Welcome back, all our 40k fanatics out there. I'm DJ.
And I'm Lane.
And we are here with Tim's Nation to bring you another Warhammer 40k battle report. Just to start things off, no, my name is not Tim. It is my last name as Tim's Nation, which is a little bit of bookkeeping we want to throw out there real quick before we jump over into our armies in this game today. Lane and I have been discussing for the last couple of months changing the name.
Months? Like years, my dude.
I don't think we've been doing this for years. Maybe
It's
the
at
bare
least 2 years.
maybe the
It's
bare
at least
minimal of plural for years.
Right.
I mean, but I'm saying discussing a name change.
Yeah.
So we've been discussing it, come back and forth, and we just haven't come up on any ideas that just absolutely bam, like that's going to be it. Originally, when I started the channel, I thought it was going to be mostly just me picking up people, doing battle reports and stuff like that. So I used my last name for the channel. That's where the starting point. Lane, however, has been here every single Monday recording since. And so at this point, it's kind of we're ready for a change. We're ready to call it something new.
Yeah, it turns out it was also me, my nation too.
Yes. So in the comment section, give us some ideas, some stuff that you've noticed from us, some feels, some things that you think fit us and the style of what we put together, and just drop it in the comment section. We're curious to hear because we are looking to rebrand, have some new names. Love saying that. Just being able to say those things like we're rebranding.
Yeah, rebranding. We sound so corporate.
I know, right? But yeah, no. So please let us know in the comment section. And while you're down there, click that little thumbs up button. Give us a like. It helps us out a lot. It helps us up for the algorithm. Helps us get some more exposure. Shows like what we are like in general. So if you got that second and you're going to leave a comment, give us that like.
It also helps me emotionally. I'm glad to know that you guys like us. So let us know.
Yeah, me too. Me too. When I look at those, I'm like, oh, I only got one like. It's a sad day until I see it go to 2 likes and go, nice. I have a couple of likes now. Maybe the bare minimal again for the definition of couple. But, all right. Warhammer. We're here to play some Warhammer. And we are bringing some silliness.
Mm-hmm.
Lane, I'm going to have you introduce this because this is you kind of started this setup.
I didn't start this. Okay, so you know, guys, I love my DeathWatch. Last time I played DeathWatch on the channel, it was an all Primaris DeathWatch army, and so I included a Spectrus kill team. And I told you guys how much I don't like the Spectrus kill team because it's too expensive and doesn't do enough damage, and it has uppy downy, but it's too expensive to be an uppy downy scoring unit, and on and on and on. And so a couple people commented, "Oh, you should do an all Phobos DeathWatch army. Wouldn't it be hilarious if you did an all Phobos DeathWatch army?" And I'm sure whoever said that probably didn't actually think that I actually have all of the Phobos that you could possibly need for this. So I have an all Phobos Deathwatch army today. That means we've got 3 Spectrus kill teams, we've got 3 Invictor war suits, we've got Reavers, we've got Eliminators, we've got Phobos characters, and we have the Suppressors because they're our honorary members of the Phobos family. So that is what I'm bringing. And then I insisted to DJ that he also bring something silly because there's no way I was going to run this into a competitive list.
So yes, so I went into my collection, was looking at things, trying to spitball different designs. And I looked at my Necron collection and I was like, you know what I don't have, Lane? I don't have 6 Ghost Arks. I only have 2.
I thought you were a Necron specialist.
Right. So it's like, why don't I have 6 Ghost Arks? So and this is for you guys. Man, I was on the hustle to get 4 more Ghost Arks, and I got them and built them in less than 2 days. And anyone who's built a Ghost Ark knows there's a lot of pieces with the rib cages and the skeletons and all that stuff that's got to be put together with them. They are a model with they got some bits. That model's got some bits, and we got them done in less than 2 days. With the help of my son.
I was going to say, I heard there's some child labor involved. I don't know if this is exactly legal.
I introduced my son to building miniatures and showed him that and clipping different models and trust him with a pair of clippers when he's within striking distance. So if he decides to try and snip one of his brothers, I can grab it away. But he did good. He was a big help for it. So thanks, Tim, for helping me get these done so we can run these Ghost Arks. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to run 6 Ghost Arks. Now, the one thing I will say is, I am actually curious because I like running silly lists and I like taking silly lists to GTs and being that way.
I've heard about this.
You've heard about this a little bit, yeah. And you've seen quite a few of them, even outside of Necron Overlords, where I run some crazy weird things at GTs. And I love doing it. So I am interested to look into the Ghost Arks a little more and what they can do. I have a couple ideas outside of it, but today I want to focus on one point that we don't see a lot of, and that's actually using them traditionally as dedicated transports. 10-man squads of warriors with a character attached inside them. Very traditional, very codex, very fluffy in some aspects. And yeah, just get them out there, try some stuff out, see how I like them. And then maybe in a week or two, move to some of the competitive ideas that I have around the Ghost Ark. So that's what we're looking at today. That's the reason that we're playing these lists. Now the list. Lane, show us the Phobos.
All right, if you want to know more about the armies, the detachments, the data sheets, the enhancements, the stratagems, and how we plan to use them, please check out our separate army videos where we go into great detail about those things. But for now, here is a quick rundown. This is 1,985 points of DeathWatch in the Vanguard Spearhead Detachment. We have a captain in Phobos armor with the Execute and Redeploy enhancement. We have 2 librarians in Phobos armor. We have 2 lieutenants in Phobos armor, one of which has the Ghost Weave cloak. We have a lieutenant with combi weapon that has the Shadow War Veterans enhancement. We have 2 squads of eliminators, 2 last vehicles, and an instigator bolt carbine in both of those. We have 3 Invictor tactical war suits of Phobos dreadnoughts. We have 2 squads of Reavers. We have 3 squads of Spectrus kill teams. They're outfitted with 3 last fusel eliminators, 4 incursors, 3 infiltrators in each of those units. Each one has the ability to refund a CP if I use it on the strat on a 5-up. And then finally, we have 3 3-mans of suppressors. While suppressors don't have the Phobos keyword, they came out in the Phobos box that was released in 8th edition that introduced a lot of these models. And I think that's the only place you can still get them. So they are honorary members of the Phobos family. DJ, what are you bringing today?
All right, so this is my Necron Awakened Dynasty that comes in at exactly 2,000 points. For this, we are bringing 6 of the Ghost Arks as advertised with their 6 10-man squads of Necron warriors inside. Attached will be 1 of 6 characters. We have 3 Plasmancers. 1 has the enhancement to give us an aura for +1 to hit for non-character units. 2 Royal Wardens and a Overlord with Translocation Shroud with the Stealth enhancement. We have 2 Psychomancers because you know how much I love these guys and how much Lane loves them. So I got to make sure I play them all the time, especially with Lane. Then we have a 5-man squad of Immortals that's going to be led by Emotech and a Chronomancer with the Veil of Darkness. So Emotech, traditionally, people like to keep him in the back. He's basically just an Overlord. No buffs for leading a unit. Nothing there that does anything for that. So people like, just leave him in the back, gain CP. But that's not what we're going to do today, because I gave that Chronomancer a veil. So we're going to get out there and we're going to bring the lightning. We're going to play Beam Metallic. We're going to ride the lightning. And we're going to see if we can't zap some of these squads a little bit. You got a couple squads. There might be a nice little pocket to have them land in there and just go Thor on everybody and start blasting everyone with lightning.
What is the ability?
Or it might just be a sparkler and do nothing.
Yeah.
So, any units within 12 inches, I roll a dice for, and on a 2 through 5, they suffer D3 mortal wounds, and on a 6, it is 3 D3 mortal wounds. I think it's at the beginning of the command phase, so I don't think I can. It
3
might be
plus D3?
3 plus D3.
Okay, you said 3 D3.
I did say 3 D3.
I'm not taking 9 mortal wounds from you.
I mean, you could take 6. You could take 6. But yeah, I got a bunch of characters, gonna throw those in there. And here's the funny thing. I actually, even though I outnumber you in models, I have 81 to your 63. Mm-hmm. I feel like my movement phase is going to be a lot easier, because I'm just going to be like, okay, boat.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my units are going to try to stand still, especially the ones led by the librarians, because you can't shoot them unless you're within 12, so they can just get heavy weapon bonuses by standing still. So we'll see.
But yeah, I do want Emotech to do some work. I want to get him out there in the front. I know that it'd probably be better to keep him in the back, but I want to fight with them today, do some zapping. And then, like I said, we got all the Ghost Arks with different characters. Royal Wardens don't see a lot of play for me, so we're throwing them out there today. All right, Lane, odd or even?
Even.
It is even. I have no infiltrate.
I have so much infiltrate.
I have no scout. I
have so much scout. I will have you drop first.
All right. So we'll be back after deployment. All right. We are deployed. Lane, what are we doing here today?
We are playing the glorious game of Warhammer 40,000. Our deployment today is sweeping engagement. Kind of Dawn of War, but a little bit crooked. And then our primary mission today is Linchpin. You get 3 victory points for each objective you control. However, if you control your home field one, you actually get 5 for each objective you control outside your deployment zone. So if you control your deployment zone objective, you get more points for controlling ones that are outside your deployment zone.
All right, so for deployment, originally I had considered putting a Ghost Ark in strategic. I think there could be some play with it. But with how much mobility Lane has, I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. And with this deployment, I was able to get him deployed. So vroom, vroom, here we go. So each of the Ghost Arks have a poker chip on top of them to mark which type, the squads that I have in them, and I have them in front of the squads off board. That's kind of just a little bit of bookkeeping I'm doing. We got Emotech and the Immortals hanging out back here. They can pick up and jump around the field as need be, as I would like. Over here, we have one of our Ghost Arks. This one has a Royal Warden squad in it, and then our Psychomancer. In the middle, we have our 2 Reaper squads that have the Plasmancers in them. Back here is the 3rd Plasmancer squad. This is the one with the flares, but he has the enhancement to give us the +1 to hit. Moving on down the line, we have another Ghost Ark down here that has a Royal Warden squad. And finally, this is the one with our Overlord with Translocation Shroud. And then a Psychomancer back here just to kind of try and mess stuff up. Nothing else off the table except what's in the transports, nothing in reserve. And like I said, we're ready to go vroom, or whatever noise that Ghost Arks make. All right, Lane, what are you doing?
We're deployed. Hilariously so, everything's going to change here in a minute because I can redeploy 3 units after we've deployed. I don't think I need to because everything also has Scout. Now, in reserve, we do have 2 squads of suppressors and the 5-man Reavers led by a Phobos lieutenant in reserve in Deep Strike. But everything else is on the table. We do have our Spectres kill team led by a librarian here. We've got some Reavers inside the building. They're on the bottom floor, but they also have Scout. 2 of our Invictor Tactical War Suits, another Spectres kill team led by a librarian there. Our 3rd Spectres kill team all the way over here led by the captain with the enhancement gives them a move, shoot, move. 2 squads of Eliminators ready to start shooting at Ghost Arks. And then the Invictor Tactical War Suit and some suppressors back here ready to jump out.
Are they on the top level or are they on the bottom?
They are on the top level so they can see things and shoot at them.
Okay, and you did forget one guy. Wow. You totally...
we got the lieutenant with...
Wow, no, I was talking about this lieutenant.
We got the combi weapon lieutenant here.
I kept scanning over him like, Lane, lieutenant.
And then this is the Phobos lieutenant with the enhancement that gives him lone op. So he's also lone op and has Scout. So, yeah,
all
lieutenants.
Right. So, Lane, first or second, what are you feeling? I know that competitively we always say second is best, and I will still stick with that. But I would like to go first just so I can kind of get into a better position with these vehicles. So I wouldn't mind going first, actually. All right, let's let the dice decide. Hey, I get my wish. I will be going first, but I will get to go first, but Lane gets to move before me. So first, Lane, do your scouts. And we did it. All right, so Lane did a bunch of scout moves. Anything you want to draw attention to or just kind of...
Well, we just kind of moved defensively. The Spectres kill team with the Librarian cannot be targeted outside of 12 inches. So I just made sure I was more than 22 inches away from these guys because they've got a 10-inch move and then 12-inch range. You could give them assault. You've got that ability.
I could also disembark too.
Yep. But I still have stealth, still neg to hit. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we get close. That's what will happen. And then we just scooch these guys back, and then the Invictor scooch a little bit forward. Victor's kind of move forward. Everybody else kind of move back to avoid getting shot too much. That's it.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to play the game. Turn 1 has us doing establish locus and recover assets. So we don't really have a good way to get in Lane's deployment zone to be able to get the full points on recover assets, so we're only going to be able to do 2. And our locus establishment is going to happen at the center field. So, from right to left, just kind of scooted him out there, moved him into position. Lane's got 3 las fusils that could shoot into me, but those are flat 3 damage, aren't they?
D6.
D6. So they could pop me if I get very, very unlucky. Hopefully not. So it's just enough to be able to move up, survive, and hang around and be there for to go into later turns onto this objective. Still got the Psychomancer back here for the same things, so just play on that point. This Ghost Ark just kind of moved up more to middle. He advanced. I could disembark and go this way. We can put more defense on center, just playing it at later turns. This Ghost Ark, we moved him up, disembarked the Warriors, and we are going to be able to shoot at these guys here with the Warriors. This Ghost Ark that moved, though, is going to establish Locust at center for me, so I'll get those points. This one just moved up. Again, can go at either objective, seeing what Lane decides to do and what kind of damage we have to deal with. This Ghost Ark also disembarked. We'll remove the chips here in a second. These are more Gauze Flayers, so these are the 2 Gauze Flayer squads. This one, I'm sorry, Reapers. These are the Reapers. These are the ones that have AP 1 right here and right here. Not going to matter very much because we're shooting into cover, but it's what they have. And they're going to shoot here and try and eliminate Eliminators. So we get some of these Las Fusils off the table and help protect our Ghost Arks. And that's why these guys are here. Drop them down, just get more bodies on the field, I guess, and try and also help eliminate Eliminators. So we got some shooting. We're in range, and we're going to shoot and see how this goes, see if we can't do a little bit of damage to these Phobos Marines. Well, we definitely did some shooting. So we'll go over here first because we didn't do as much over here. So again, I was trying really hard aiming stuff up to shoot with this guy. He established Locust, so I eventually stopped trying to give him jobs to do and just let him establish Locust. So we got the 2 points there. This squad with Plasmancer went into these guys. They're always stealth, so we're always -1 to hit on them. Didn't roll too good into them. I think we took out 2 dudes in total.
Nope, just one from the Mortals.
One from the Mortals from the Plasmancer.
I made all the saves.
Okay, yeah. Lane stuck the saves. It was basically, it's funny, the guys that did hit, they were the one, they made sure to win. So they did their job. And then over here was a lot different of a story. So these guys have spent a command point to give them full rerolls to hit and then having the 5s crit. The Plasmancer, I didn't get to roll his dice as they picked up the Eradicators right away. Eliminators, not Eradicators.
Yeah.
Eliminators right away. And then over here, the Ghost Ark and the Warriors that got out did pretty decent damage. We took them down to 50%. So happy they're actually less than 50 because of the character leading them. So I'm happy with that. We did some good damage here. The Invictus Wars suit chose to shoot back at my Necron Warriors. It eliminated 4, and then we triggered the Ghost Ark because it was at the end of an attack. So everything was legit. And we brought 2 of them back. So we only lost 2 out of there for right now. And then this Ghost Ark went up into the Eliminators that were in the tower. We were able to take 1.5 down. So starting to remove some of the weapons that threaten the Ghost Arks, which is kind of a good thing, even though right now the Warriors are doing most of the damage. So that was it. We did recover assets in 2 zones. We were able to do it with this Ghost Ark here that didn't shoot, and this squad back here. And then as much as we tried not to, this Ghost Ark did establish a Locust. So 5 points on the turn and send it over to Lane.
For my first turn, we have extend battle lines and storm a hostile objective. So we're going to go and see if we can storm some hostile objectives. Advance these Reavers. They're going to run out here and get on this objective, just try to force TJ to take them off of it. We've got Invictor Tactical Warsuit's going to come and tangle with these Warriors here. These guys just stayed where they were, so they get their heavy bonus for a lot of their guns. Suppressors jumped out here so they can start shooting at these guys. And Victor came out because he's going to tangle up in here. These guys move forward so they can start tangling. Eliminator's just going to stand here so they can shoot. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. DJ's got a lot of reanimation shenanigans here, but we will we'll definitely see if we can make him take some damage here. Really want to wipe out this squad of Warriors just because I'm trying to get this objective. And they are OC2, and they have so many reanimation shenanigans. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Well, the dice have been really going in my favor here. We managed to pick up this squad of Warriors and this squad of Warriors with the character and the Ghost Ark, all in shooting. I threw grenades with this unit because of the captain's ability, and threw the grenades, picked up 3 of the guys. And then the suppressors here finished them off. They were the oath target, so they were able to blend the squad exactly and leaving just the character there.
Lost it down to the last dude, so I couldn't reanimate.
Yeah, and then the Invictor Tactical Warsuit here just finished this squad off perfectly. Again, couldn't reanimate because he wiped the squad. Just the Flamer that rolled hot and the Stubbers rolled hot. And they only have a 4-up save, so just got lucky because they were not oathed. And then this squad and these eliminators here shot at the Ghost Ark and blew up the Ghost Ark in shooting too. So over here, we just put a lot of fire into these guys. DJ did use the reanimate strat after they got hit by the first Invictor Tactical Warsuit. Almost, I got him down to one guy. And then the Ghost Ark did his buff, reanimate, and he spent the strat to reanimate and got some back.
6 back in total with the Ghost Ark and the reanimation strat.
And then this Tactical Warsuit here just finished them off. And then with this squad, DJ was out of CP, so the Eliminators put their 3 shots into this Ghost Ark. They're heavy, so they were hitting on 2s. He made his invuln saves, though, and then the rest of the squad just finished off the character. DJ didn't have the CP to reanimate the character. His character's dead. So I'm just going to charge a couple Tactical Warsuits in here just to bonk some stuff, I guess. We'll see how if I make some charges. So this Invictor Tactical Warsuit charged in and finished off the Plasmancer.
Yep.
Plasmancer, thanks to the Oath target, because I rolled really bad on my hits. I only got 2 hits out of 5, even with the rerolls. But luckily, that's all we needed to get through and finish him off. And then here we charged both these Invictors in to just bonk this Ghost Ark. We got, through all those attacks, we got 2 through, so it took 6 damage. We'll reanimate a little bit on DJ's turn. That's it. So we got both Extend and Storm Hostile Objective. Yay for scoring points. On to DJ's turn.
All right, after losing 50% of our infantry, we're going into Overwhelming Force and No Prisoners as our secondary. So we started off the turn by doing some battle shocking. They got battle shocked, but the Reavers down here did not. They passed. So then everything else is on board. We disembarked everything but the transport. So this Ghost Ark first disembark the warriors, and then these warriors, they moved up, so they're eligible to charge this turn, so we can get rid of these Reavers. For Overwhelming Force, we just need to destroy at least 2 units on objectives, but we want to take this objective too. Then we move the Ghost Ark up, so it does get eyes onto this squad, so we can start picking on them, these guys hiding in the backfield. And then this Ghost Ark disembarked its unit behind it, so we can just start pegging in the Warsuits. Neither one of the Warsuits are damaged, so it doesn't matter which one I go at first, so we'll probably start with this guy and hopefully get some damage through onto him. Moving on, we moved... This squad disembarked before the Ghost Ark moved, so they are also eligible to charge. The Ghost Ark then moved up just to keep that kind of firing wall. And this is my Plasmancer that gives the +1 to hit enhancement. So now we'll be able to hit on 2s with these Ghost Arks going into the Invictus Warsuit and try and take that out. We did not pick up Emotech and his company because I realized if I pick him up, I'm not going to gain the CP because he's not on board. So this may be a bunk move as I'm seeing more and more mistakes that I made. And I'm not sure if this is why I don't like Emotech, honestly. This is why I never run him. But we did move up. We're
because of the mistake you made.
No, it's just he contradicts so many things with the army. Like, oh, you lead these units, but then you don't get these abilities. And it's just so many. And he gives no abilities, no resorb, a lot of little things. But what they are going to do, they're going to move up here, and they're going to shoot and try and do damage in the Invictus Warsuit. Hopefully, we can do enough damage to get at a point where then I'm going to charge these warriors. Yeah, that's right. Warriors are going to charge. Go +1 strength, +1 AP, and maybe we can take this guy down and take the objective. So, all right, first things first, though, we got a bunch of shooting. Oh, wait. Lane Rapid ingress back here. So
Reavers led by Phobos Lieutenant Rapid back there.
Yeah, so that's something else we're going to have to deal with. All right, time to do a little bit of shooting. Well, not quite as strong as the shooting phases Lane had, but we did do some good damage. So we wiped out the squad, leaving just the character with 3 wounds. Good start there. So we're starting to get this. We're starting to get this area under control for the time being. The Invictus is actually down to 2 wounds. We left it there so we can charge it with the warriors, try and plink off those last 2 wounds. Luckily, maybe, and as well take the objective from Lane. And that was with the Ghost Ark. The Ghost Ark, this one, I can't remember actually. Oh no, I actually had the dudes shoot at that. What a lot of damage actually came from was from the Tesla Immortals. They were actually able to, this Invictus just didn't put the right armor on the day. More on that in a minute. So we were able to get him beat up pretty good. He's down to 2 wounds. Over here, this guy took all the good armor because everything that I shot from the warriors, now granted, it's AP 0 and stuff. We did have lethal. We did make him make a lot of saves. And at the end, he only failed 3. And Lane had to roll a bunch of dice for him. Then over here, We got 1.5 from the warriors going into the squad. We will definitely be charging him because that overlord is hungry. He wants to beat up some reavers. And then when we shot over here, we were only able to pick off 1. So we're still going to deal with 2 of these kill teams afterwards. Plus Lane's got a couple of reserves, but at least we're going to try and see if we can't get this area under control. So, all right, let's do some charges. Well, we didn't take out the war suit. Still got 2 wounds remaining. We tried hard. Plasmancer made a very, very valiant attempt, but Lane rolled a 6, which is exactly what he needed because he's AP3 in combat. So close. So close. Lane then smacked back and took out 3. I reanimated for 1, re-rolled, and rolled a 1. So we lost 2 models in there. This Ghost Ark tank shock to finish off the character to give us the extra no prisoner points, and then piled into the war suit just because after it didn't die, and failed as well. Down the way, I was hoping that this one was going to survive for 1 more round, but it didn't. It was close. Came down the last hit. It had 2 wounds left and took 3 damage, so it was real close. This one hurt it very badly, and then he just finished off. So now that one's free to do what it wants. This one's still at least a little tied up, and this is still fresh. Then over here, we zeroed out the vengeful Hungry Void to go +1 strength, +1 AP, and just smacked the Reavers into oblivion. It was all the Overlord. The Overlord did it all.
all the warriors swung. I armor contempted, and all the warriors swung and failed to do any damage. And then the Overlord by himself just picked up the last 4 guys.
He's like, here, hold my orb. Hold my orb for me, and just smacked everyone into oblivion. So that's going to be it. Oh, and then I did declare a charge with him, trying to mess with Lane, and he used his 1 CP strat to auto move 6. I rolled the dice, and I think that this is further than 2 inches. So yeah, that was not going to happen. All right, so that's it for the turn. The positive, one very positive thing is I did score 10 on secondaries because I got overwhelming force, 2 units that were destroyed on objectives, and I did destroy 3 units for no prisoners. Whew, I feel like the slapback's going to hurt. All right, let's send it over to Lane.
Okay, for my turn, I pulled Engage in all fronts and Assassination. So these guys just stayed still, so they get their heavy weapon bonus when they're shooting here at the Ghost Ark. These guys are my Oath target here, and I'm moving these guys a little bit closer. They don't need the heavy bonus because they're going after the Oath target. These suppressors dropped in here so they could shoot here. I advanced him forward a little bit. He only got a 1 in his advance roll, but that puts them within 12 inches. So if he wants to use the reanimate strat on them, he can't really. This Invictor stepped around here. The Assassinate, this guy over here is an Overlord. He's really tough and durable. But the Warden in this squad is probably our better Assassinate target. So the Invictor is going to come at them. The Reavers are going to come at them. Suppressors jumped up here. Hopefully this Tactical Warsuit can take away most of these chumps, these warriors here. We'll see what happens. And then the final squad of suppressors came in there. You know why, guys? Because we do not like the Psychomancer, so we're going to auto-cannon the crap out of him. All right, I'm going to do some shooting. So these guys stay very still and shot here. What do we get? Knocked 6, 7 wounds off of him?
7. He's at half.
Okay, so did some damage there. Pounded these guys with multiple units. DJ did use the reanimate strat here. It cost him an extra CP because the Lieutenant with Combi Weapon has the enhancement to make it extra expensive, but he also had an Overlord to make it cheaper. And then shot him with these guys, and with those guys. So we got the squad down to 3. Didn't quite finish it off.
My Resurrection Orb, I popped it. I rolled a 2, re-rolled it to a 1.
Yep, that didn't work out very well.
No, that did not work out.
Over here, put a bunch of fire and hurt on these guys from the Invictors. We got 2 guys left?
1 warrior and the Royal Warden.
Okay, so we're going to charge in with the Reavers, hopefully to get our Assassinate there. And then the Invictor here put some shooting into these guys. Killed a bunch of them, then you reanimated 3 of them with the Arc.
So we got 6 in a character there still.
So, let's
then shot at this Ghost Ark, got it down to 12.
Yeah, that's about it. We're going to do a little charging. So we charged in here. We're able to finish the squad. Took a couple wounds off the Overlord. He's super tough with his 2-up armor. So hard to finish him off there, but we took the objective. That was what we were trying to do. He slapped back and killed 3 of my guys. Reavers came in here, finished the squad and the character, and then Invictor charged in here. Both Invictors punched, only got 1 through on the Ghost Ark, so we only did 3 damage to him. Over here, these guys have to fight first. The Plasmancer did finish off the Dreadnought, the Invictor Tactical Warsuit. Because he is AP3, 2 damage, he did get 1 wound, and I did not make the save. So he took the objective there. So that's it. I did score Assassinate for finishing off this Royal Warden over here. And engage on all fronts. We're in 3 fronts. So we're going to get 2 points for that. Yeah, 2 points for that. So on to DJ.
We are battered and bruised, but we are not beaten. So for this turn, we got engage on all fronts as well as marked for death. Mark for death really isn't going to happen, at least at the level that I would like it to, because Lane selected them, him, and those guys. So not really going to be able to do anything about that right now. So instead we picked this as our gamma. We're going to try and remove them. So for engage, we are going to at least get 3 sides, and that's going to be it for the secondaries. As far as everything else, we did fall back with the Overlord. He got Overwatch, so the wound he gained, he actually lost, but was able to at least involve off the Laz, which is good because Lane still had Oath on him, and I want him to stick around for a little longer. So we fell back, though, so that the Ghost Ark can get its full allotment of shooting into these guys, and we can try and do more damage that way. Plasmancer moved up. He's going to fight them. Or Psychomancer moved up. He's going to get crazy and try and fight them after they get shot at by Emotech squad of Immortals. And this Ghost Ark moved up over here to try and take out some of these Reavers, and then we'll see what we can do about these guys. Oh my, that's a mess. That's a mess in its own right. So, and then over here, now we're only down 1 warrior from the squad, and we reanimated, and we're going to try and eliminate these guys, and then whatever's left will go into them. So that's about it. Let's do some shooting. All right, moving across the field, went shooting and combat at the same time because my combat wasn't too much. So shooting-wise, we spent a command point to give these guys full rerolls to hit. The Plasmancer used his mortal wound ability to put 2 mortal wounds on those guys, leaving down to 1 model with 1 wound. And then we shot with full rerolls and were able to finish off the suppressors. The Ghost Ark took out the last wound from that guy, so we cleared this corner. Yay, us. Then over here, the Ghost Ark shot at the Reavers and successfully picked up 1 dude. Boo. But then this Ghost Ark shot and dropped him down to 4 wounds, charged in with this Ghost Ark and tank shocked. So now he is down to 2. Hey, we might be able to get a second Invictus out of center before the game ends. All right, nice. Watch, he'll blow up, and that'll be how it happens. Epic foreshadowing. He's going to explode. Lane did punch and put everything into this Ghost Ark, so that one's down to 2 wounds. And then over here, we shot, I think we only took out 1 dude from here, maybe 2. With the Ghost Ark, we might have taken 2 out total, but that was it at most. And then we charged just to tie them up and give them something to slow them down so the Overlord can kind of, shake the cobwebs loose from his head. Now over here, we got close. The Tesla Immortal shot down way and did most of the work. And then he shot, failed, charged, failed, and got smacked 2 times in return. So he's still alive, though. He's still alive. So that's a benefit. We did get baby engage. Well, not baby. I can't say baby anymore because there's a middle. We got mid engage for 2 points. And we did get our gamma target, which was this guy right over that squad. And so we got 4 points out of the turn. And that's going to be it. We'll kick it over to Lane as he decides to pull models off the table. I think he's done. He's scared of these Necrons, so he's just taking his ball and going home.
We're just Uppy and Danny and the Spectre's kill team actually going to use their ability.
Yep. So we'll see where they go, and we're going to kick it over to Lane and his turn.
For my turn 3, I pulled Defense Stronghold and Secure No Man's Land. So we oathed this Ghost Ark here, and this one's only down to 2 wounds, so hopefully maybe we finish him off with a little bit of shooting and then can just punch away here with the Invictor Warsuits. Reavers moved in here to either charge the Psycho or the Overlord, these guys stayed in engagement range. I don't know, just so DJ couldn't fall back into a tank shock or anything. And then the uppy downy guys came up and down up here, so they're going to try and shoot these guys and cause some problems for them. That's it. Yeah, let's do a shooting. So shooting phase over here. The Spectres shot at these guys, picked up a few of them. DJ did use the strat to reanimate and bring them back to full health, but then the tactical warsuit here picked up.
Nope.
Yep. Tactical warsuit, they're really good at the infantry. One wound infantry. So this guy, even though he's shooting at -1 to hit because he's in engagement range, picked up the rest of the squad. The other one put all the shots into here, just didn't do any work there. That's really it for the shooting. Oh, and these guys picked up the Psycho Reaver shot.
Bye-bye.
Picked him up. So we're going to do some charging here. Let's see how it goes. We did make our charge into, what was he?
Chronomancer.
Chronomancer, and we're able to finish him off in combat. The Reavers made their charge into the Overlord, and he did fail his battle shock that the Reavers make you take. So even though he was not able to bring him back to life with the strat, because he did battle shock. So they did manage to finish him off in combat there. And then nothing really happened here. Nothing really happened here. Even though this guy was Oath, DJ made all his 4 pinball saves on there, so I didn't take any more damage. So that's it from my turn.
Oh, it's time. It's going to be time to call the lightning with Emotech.
All right. Well, I did defense. So I'm going to defense pending, and I got secure no man's land. So on to DJ, and here comes the lightning, I guess.
All right. So we started the command phase by unleashing the lightning. And we were able to get both Invictus Warsuits and this squad, and all 3 we hit for flat 3 mortal wounds. Well, we've rolled 5, 6, and 6, so no D3 plus 3, but we did blow this one up and did 3 damage to him and did 3 damage to them, and these guys got to go away. So we battle shock them, which will help because we did get defend stronghold and behind enemy lines. We also got a challenge card, which says do an action 15 inches away from your entire army. And I really, aside from this guy who's locked in combat, so he can't do it, yeah, that's not really looking good for me. So we're actually probably going to use the strat part of it, which gives me reroll 1s to hit and reroll 1s to wound. And we'll probably do it with these guys when they shoot in. We did spend a command point on these guys to advance and reroll the advance we want and give them assault. So they are all within 12 inches because I need to be within 12 inches or I can't shoot at this squad. So now we can. Then the Ghost Ark advanced over here, so he is safely behind enemy lines. And then these 2 Ghost Arks just stayed where they are, and they're going to continue doing what they're doing, which we'll see how that goes. So, all right, time to do some shooting. All right, rolled that all into 1. So shooting-wise, we picked up basically the whole squad. We left 1 dude here that Emotech charged in and picked up with a devastating wound. Librarian is still alive. So technically, we took the objective back, but that's going to be contested since Lane has that Librarian's going to unbattle shock. Over here, we got this Invictus down to 5. Ghost Arks have actually been impressed. I've been very impressed in what they're doing and how they're functioning. So they've been doing good damage in here. Then over here, we picked up 1.5. And then combat-wise, we just survived because they were resilient. So we're at least making a good go for with resilience, but we don't really have the OC to take these objectives back. So at least we're going to try and prevent ourselves from being tabled. But that's going to be kind of where we're at right now. So, all right. Over to Lane and his turn. Oh, I did score behind enemy lines for 3. And defense stronghold is pending, but I have a feeling that that's not going to be the case over here. So, all right, over to Lane.
Turn 4, I do pull no prisoners and overwhelming force. It's actually going to be kind of tricky because I don't really have the firepower to deal with it here. But we've got this one here, this Ghost Ark, and this Ghost Ark here. This one's got 10 wounds left. This one has 8. So it's going to be kind of tricky to kill both of them. We should be able to get one of them. So we kept him there. We fell back with the lieutenant. He did get, or not the lieutenant, the librarian. He did get Overwatch, but he still has 2 wounds left. So we'll prevent DJ from getting secure stronghold. So, and then we just kind of position things here to shoot and fight here. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So we'll see, do a little bit of shooting and see what happens. Well, shooting and fighting all kind of rolled in here. Just chipped a few wounds off of here. Not much. He didn't kill anything on there yet. The big disappointment, because I had no prisoners and overwhelming force, failed to kill this. I shot at it with a bunch of shooting. I put the Reavers into it in combat and put the Dreadnought, of course, the Invictor in there. But DJ did CP reroll a save on the last failed save from the Invictor and then passed it, so he didn't kill it. So I scored nothing on secondaries this turn. No, did not pull no prisoners, did not pull overwhelming force. So, yeah, I'm going to... I don't think I'm going to do anything. I'm not going to pitch either one of them because I do have 2 CP right now. I don't need the CP, and we'll see what DJ does on his turn because I can always discard at the end of his turn on him.
Psychomancers are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creations. So, beginning of the command phase, I use the Psychomancer to smack the Librarian. He failed his Battle Shock, which means that I was able to control this and get a big 13, was it?
Mm-hmm.
13 on primaries for this one, and then I spent a command point to just auto-pass his Battle Shock since the Warsuit's Battle Shock. So I was able to hold those 3 objectives. Good little increase. Now we're looking at Cleanse and Secure No Man's Land. So we moved the Ghost Ark here, as you can see, and it's going to cleanse that objective. We're not going to get the second cleanse, but we are, because we're going to try and do some damage, because we want to get rid of this Warsuit and try and hurt these Reavers too. That's kind of what we're looking at, because I can't have them floating around or they will mess everything over here up. So we fell back with the Ghost Ark, so we're able to shoot at them. Psychomancer moved up, so we got some friends to do some fighting over here. And the Emotech's hanging out back here, and he's going to just try and tangle and finish off this Librarian. So let's see how that works out for us. All right, so we made one little mistake. I did get a Challenger card. So instead of moving the Psychomancer up here, he actually went back here to complete it, which was an action that was 18 inches away from all enemy units. I was able to start it, but the big part was I had to take out this Librarian, and Emotech did that for me. Over here, we did some damage to the Reavers, but we did not finish them off. And we did some damage to him, but again, did not finish him off. We're only able to get 1 mortal on him. Did some shooting over here, did a bit of damage, kind of weaning them down. I'm happy with the Ghost Arks, like what their role is and what they've been doing. But that's it. So we did have a good scoring turn, good on primaries and good on secondaries, but I don't quite think it's going to be enough. All right, let's let Lane wrap this up with his turn 5.
I actually kept my no prisoners and overwhelming force from last turn. Hopefully we can kill a couple Ghost Arks this time. This one's got 3 wounds left. This one has 9 wounds left. That's going to be a problem.
6.
Oh, 6? Okay. Maybe we can do that then. All right. We're going to do a little shooting, a little fighting, see how it goes.
These guys got Battle Shock. That's
these they Battle Shocked and fell back, so they are Battle Shocked. The Reavers are not. So let's do it. See what happens. So these suppressors held still and shot at this Ghost Ark, and were able to finish him off. We're able to take him out because he did have 6 wounds left, and we got 3 through, able to finish him. We could have thrown grenades if we needed to as well, but that was enough to finish it there. And then this Invictor was able to finish this one off just in the shooting without even a charge. It would have been a little tricky. I would have had to make a charge around this side of him to avoid the heroic intervention from these guys to control the objective, because I control, obviously, score at the end of my turn. But we were able to finish off that Ghost Ark with shooting. So we got overwhelming force for 2 for 5 points there, and 2 for no prisoners. So that's 4 points there. Final score here. We have the DeathWatch in the Vanguard detachment. Phobos family reunion. They're scoring an 84, and the Necrons scoring a 69. So I take back everything I said, guys. Spectre skill team's amazing. Overpowered. Definitely going to run them in all my tournament games from now on. Follow us over to the post-game battle chit-chat, and we'll talk a little bit how everything went. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.